Hello. Well, today is a momentous occasion. Today is my second wedding anniversary to prove that I am actually married, in case any of you ever wondered, which is probably none. And to mark this momentous occasion, last night, myself and my wife, we went to the theatre. We went and saw Wicked, and it is pretty much that. If you can hear any noises out back, that's because it's currently peeing it down, supposedly. Anyway, be as it may. Um, we'd seen this once before. We saw this actually last year on our first wedding anniversary. But the problem was the tickets we had at the time, they were the really cheaper ones. So we were right near the back of the Apollo Theatre in London. So it's kind of like you have the stalls, then you, well, best way to explain it, that'll be the stage. You got the stalls here, then you've got the balcony, and then we were kind of like there. So right near the back. So in order for us to actually watch the play properly, you had to have a pair of binoculars, but there was only like £1 per pair, and you couldn't really see it. So this year we went and splurged a bit more, and we got some better seats, and we got right at the back of the stalls, but we were close enough that you don't need binoculars to see, and you could hear it better. And the play is actually fantastic. Or Wicked in this case. Um, I'm sure I'm not the only person to make that joke. The actual play itself is a story of the Wicked Witch of the East and how she becomes the Wicked Witch of the East. So if you were to ignore all the other things like Wizard of Oz, Return to Oz, Oz the Great and Powerful film that came out with James Franco a couple of years back, or last year, whichever. It's the story basically revolves around Glinda, the Good Witch, who is I actually don't. They just had a recent cast change, so I don't know any of the cast's names. I'll put the description for the link, but in the link for the in the description box below. The second one is Elphaba, who is actually the Wicked Witch of the East, who in this sorry West sorry. Her sister Nessa Rose is actually the Wicked Witch of the East. Yeah. Um, so the story revolves around those two particular characters and how everyone is afraid of Elphaba because she's naturally green. She's not potentially evil at the start. It's effectively the situation and things that occur that turn her into that. But in this essence, she's more like a freedom fighter, sort of a Che Guevara type idea, but primarily going towards things like the animals who are losing their ability to speak, and this is all primarily down to the wizard, who, if I try and tell you any more, it will spoil it if you haven't watched it and you plan on watching it. What I can tell you is that um, there's a man called Fiyero who comes along, who is Glinda's love interest and Elphaba's at the same time. There's a Munchkin boy called Bok, who gets called Bick after the pen, I'm assuming. Then obviously you have Nessa, who is Elphaba's sister, and then it's kind of how they progress from going to Shiz University to the Emerald City, and then they meet the wizard, and then it kind of goes from there. Um, I would thoroughly recommend going to watch this play. It is by far one of the best plays I've seen in a very, very long time. The only thing I will say is that, obviously, as you can imagine, it being in the theatre, it's quite expensive. Our tickets were £47.50, and also to get a drink, two drinks in the bar, which was a bottle of water and a bottle of Pepsi, that was like nearly £6, and to get two ice creams, which were those little size of like Haagen-Dazs size, that came to £7. So if you want to try and have a cheap night out, then you're not going to be able to do it with this. But if you want to splurge and do it properly, and you've got the money, and you're one of them people who earns millions of pounds, then go for it. This is actually a fantastic film. Sorry, not film, play. It's a play they should turn into a film, or at least record it, because it's just so immense. The soundtrack is out, and I have got a copy of it. If you want a copy of it, you're going to have to ask very, very nicely, and I will see what I can do, etc. Yeah, seriously, go watch this play. It's just fantastic. You'll love it. I was a bit skeptical at first, but then I watched Avenue Q and then realised I like that. I've seen that now 3 times, and now this is the second time I've seen this. So five times I've been in the theatre, and I think we are going to be going to see some more, but not sure what yet. So if you have any suggestions, write them in the comments below on what ones you think we should go and watch in the future. Now I'm going to go and brave the weather. I'll show you what it looks like. It's calmed down at the moment, but that's kind of what it looked like. Earlier on, I could not see a thing through there because it was so heavy with rain. And hopefully venture forth. Plus, I finished my Castlevania game today, so now I have no need to play my PlayStation 3. So if you've got any games that you think I should play on that as well, I've got Vanquish, Castlevania, Lord of Shadow, the newest Tomb Raider, and God of War 3. If you have any suggestions, write them in the comments below. I do need some new games. I want to get Deadpool, but it hasn't come out, and it hasn't become cheap enough for me to buy it yet. Any suggestions, write them below. Now, I'm off. Oh, hang on, sun's coming out. So, yeah, enjoy your weekend. I'm off tomorrow. And I will see you next week. Bye.